that young black boy would have killed another black boy at a track meet, we wouldn't hear about it. There would be no GoFundMe. There would be no, oh, we need to stand with him. It's because he killed a white kid. And it's a race war underneath the surface of our country.
The public thought the Karmelo Anthony case couldn't get any worse. Until now. You're sitting at home, just beginning to process the chaos that's already erupted, and then another blow hits. This time, it doesn't just involve you. It targets your family. That's exactly what just happened in the latest twist of the Karmelo Anthony stabbing saga. New information has surfaced linking Karmelo to an even deeper layer of the Austin Metcalf incident. While no official charges have been added, yet sources close to the investigation claim a sealed witness statement has been brought forward, allegedly contradicting Karmelo's alibi. And as this bombshell drops, online reports confirm that members of Karmelo's family were harassed outside their home late last night, prompting immediate police involvement. Question for you: if your family was attacked due to allegations against you, would you stay silent, speak out, or seek revenge? Let us know in the comments. Speak out publicly. Stay silent and wait for the truth. Take matters into your own hands. While the identity of the attacker hasn't been confirmed, speculation is spiraling online. Some believe it could be an act of retaliation. Others think it might be a move to pressure Karmelo into confessing or staying quiet. What's clear is that this is no longer just a legal case. It's a war playing out in real life and online. And we're only at the beginning. As news of the attack on Karmelo Anthony's family made its way to social media, so did the chaos. Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube exploded with amateur footage, grainy clips showing what appears to be a confrontation near the Anthony residence. In one video, muffled yelling is heard as a crowd forms near the driveway. In another, a car speeds off just as sirens approach in the distance. What's important to note here is that no one from Karmelo's camp has issued a public statement. Not his attorney, not his alleged advocate, Dominique Alexander, and not Karmelo himself. That silence, it's only making things worse. Because where there's no official narrative, the internet creates its own. Conspiracy theories are running wild. Some say the attack was orchestrated by someone tied to the victim's side. Others believe this was staged to gain sympathy. But a new theory that's gaining serious traction suggests that the family may have been targeted not just for who Karmelo is, but for what he knows. A recent thread on Reddit with over 25,000 upvotes broke down a timeline of events, pointing out strange inconsistencies between the original police report and what witnesses have since shared online. Several users claim there's a missing window of time, about 45 minutes, between the stabbing of Austin Metcalf and when Karmelo was first detained. Why that's relevant now? Because the new sealed witness reportedly covers that exact time period. This isn't just about whether Karmelo committed a crime. This is about what he's possibly hiding. And the fact that his family was attacked just as new evidence comes to light, that has people wondering if someone's trying to send a message. The silence from Karmelo Anthony's inner circle is starting to speak louder than any public statement ever could. While the mainstream media tiptoes around the chaos, underground sources and independent outlets are painting a far more disturbing picture. The timing of the alleged attack on Karmelo's family, paired with the emergence of new evidence, is no coincidence. At least not to the growing community of people digging into this case. Let's break down what we know so far. Austin Metcalf, the man allegedly stabbed in a late-night altercation involving Karmelo, was originally said to have been attacked in self-defense. That claim, as of today, is now under scrutiny. Why? Because leaked images, allegedly from surveillance footage, show Metcalf unarmed, hands raised, and walking away at the time of the incident. If those images are confirmed, the entire narrative Karmelo's defense team has been leaning on begins to crumble. Now factor in the fact that Dominique Alexander, Karmelo's so-called advocate, was allegedly spotted entering the judge's chambers last week without a legal appointment. That meeting, though brief, has caused an uproar online. Judicial misconduct hashtags are trending. Trust in the fairness of this case is deteriorating rapidly. This is when things stop looking like a messy legal case and start resembling a full-on cover-up. Critics argue that Dominique's influence is being used to sway the outcome behind closed doors. Supporters claim it's just a misunderstanding, a man trying to protect someone he believes is innocent. But regardless of intent, the optics are disastrous. And for Karmelo, the court of public opinion is already halfway to delivering its own sentence. And here's the catch. The real storm might still be ahead. As this case unfolds like a slow-burning thriller, the weight of public suspicion continues to mount. And the most unsettling detail isn't what's known, it's what isn't. Why hasn't Karmelo Anthony spoken? Why has his legal team refused to deny the leaked surveillance footage? And why was Dominique Alexander, a man with no formal legal credentials, reportedly seen alone with the judge days before this explosive turn? It's in the gaps, the missing hours, the silent players, the off-the-record meetings, where this case gets dangerous, because that's where pressure builds, and truth starts twisting into survival. Let's flip the question to you, the viewer. If you were in Karmelo's shoes, surrounded by silence, with your family attacked and your character on trial, would you take the stand to defend yourself or let your lawyers do the work behind closed doors? Take the stand and speak your truth. Stay silent and trust the legal process. Leak your own version to the media. The reality is, trust is breaking on all sides. Victim advocates are calling out the apparent preferential treatment being given to Karmelo. Meanwhile, his supporters argue that this is a classic case of public crucifixion before a fair trial. But with every unanswered question, that middle ground erodes further. Now that the judge's name has been tied to an unsanctioned meeting with Dominique, legal analysts are calling for the judge to recuse themselves entirely. If that happens, this could open the door to a full case reset, potentially delaying justice by months. And in the background, Austin Metcalf's family is reportedly hiring private investigators. They claim law enforcement isn't moving fast enough. They want accountability. And they want it now! As Austin Metcalf's family pushes for answers, their latest move sends a clear message. They don't trust the system anymore. Hiring private investigators isn't just a legal tactic, it's a public declaration that something feels off about how this entire case is being handled. And they're not alone. A growing number of people online, from legal experts to everyday citizens, are openly questioning whether justice is being quietly bargained away behind courtroom doors. What adds fuel to the fire? A newly surfaced voicemail, allegedly sent from someone close to Karmelo's team, that contains vague but threatening language. While the source of the audio hasn't been confirmed, the clip has already spread like wildfire across social media. In it, a male voice warns, "Don't make this bigger than it already is. You need to let it die." The context of that voicemail is unclear, but the timing couldn't be worse. Combine it with the alleged secret meeting between Dominique Alexander and the judge, the family attack, and the contradicting reports on what really happened the night of the stabbing, and now we're looking at something far messier than a typical criminal case. We're looking at a potential suppression of truth. That's why Metcalf's family isn't backing down. They're now demanding access to all body cam footage, 911 recordings, and security footage from businesses near the crime scene. According to their attorney, multiple data requests have mysteriously been delayed or marked as processing for over 3 weeks. Even if Karmelo is innocent, this case has already suffered irreversible damage in the eyes of the public. Whether it's truth or manipulation, people want resolution. And with each delay, the faith in justice grows weaker. Behind every headline in this case is something more dangerous than a stabbing or even a secret meeting. It's the slow decay of public trust. The justice system, already strained by years of skepticism and division, is now under a new kind of pressure. One shaped by viral narratives, TikTok sleuths, and real-time outrage. And the Karmelo Anthony case is the perfect storm. Court insiders are reportedly frustrated by the way the case has spiraled out of their control. According to one unnamed source, the court has been flooded with hundreds of public records requests, online petitions, and even threats. "We're not running a Netflix documentary," the source said, "but it's starting to feel like one. This isn't just about what happens in court. It's about what the public believes happened. When Karmelo's name was first tied to the stabbing of Austin Metcalf, the story was relatively local, but now it's global. Every update, every whisper, every suspicious pause in legal proceedings is picked apart, reposted, and turned into a theory. And no one, not the judge, not Dominique Alexander, not Karmelo, has been able to get ahead of it. The moment Dominique was spotted leaving the courthouse with what appeared to be a sealed folder, the internet exploded. Was it evidence? Was it leverage? Or was it nothing at all? It didn't matter. The visual alone was enough to set off another wave of speculation. Whether you believe Karmelo is guilty or being targeted unfairly, one truth is clear. This case has turned into a public battle for narrative control. And when a story this explosive gets out of hand, the truth tends to get buried under the noise. As the smoke thickens around the Karmelo Anthony case, one thing has become undeniable. This is no longer just a criminal investigation. It's a high-stakes power play playing out in the courtroom, the media, and the minds of millions watching online. Karmelo has yet to make a public appearance since news of the alleged stabbing broke. His silence, once interpreted as a strategic legal move, now reads differently in the wake of new allegations, leaked evidence, and, most disturbingly, the attack on his family. People aren't just waiting for his side of the story, they're demanding it. Dominique Alexander's involvement has also shifted from curious to controversial. Once hailed by supporters as a community advocate, he's now being viewed as a shadowy figure in a saga growing more suspicious by the day. Critics claim he's protecting Karmelo with connections and influence. Supporters still insist he's standing by an innocent man. But with whispers of a backroom deal involving the case judge, Dominique is quickly becoming a central figure in a scandal far bigger than he likely anticipated. Meanwhile, Austin Metcalf's family has shifted from grief to war footing. Their private investigation is underway. They're holding rallies, they're doing interviews, and they're pledging that no matter how long it takes, they will get to the truth. But whether the courts deliver it or not. And in the middle of it all, Karmelo, alone, silent, and now possibly cornered. In a time where perception can be just as powerful as fact, this case serves as a chilling reminder of how fast the world can turn, and how the line between truth and narrative can blur beyond recognition. This isn't just about whether Karmelo Anthony is guilty or innocent. This is about a system under fire, a family under attack, and a public demanding answers that may never come cleanly. Because once a case becomes bigger than the courtroom, the verdict isn't just decided by a jury, it's decided by all of us watching.